Hello, I'm Judith Akinyi, and today I want to share with you the problems that I had when I started building this house. I didn't have money when I started building this house, but I wanted a house. I'd always wanted to build a house. I started this house when it was Corona time. That's when my thought came in to start building this house. So I can remember my daughter telling me, "Mom, just start." So I started building this house. I looked for a contractor. In Kenya, we call them fundis. And as I've said earlier, it's a hassle. It's not something that I planned. I didn't have money maybe to go look for an architect to draw the house for me and other things. Mostly in Kenya, we just look for these fundis or contractors, and you sit down with them and you agree how the house is going to be done. But my contractor was somebody that I knew. I'd seen houses that he had built. He also built a house for my mom, and it's a beautiful house. So I thought, why don't I take him to come and build my house? When he was building my mom's house and the others that he's built that I know, I didn't see problems. I didn't see problems with him. So I knew him, I called him, and we sat down of how I'm going to start. Normally, what people do is you'll call a fundi, and like me, we agreed that we will go into stages. We will do the foundation, then we go to the wallings, then we go to the roofings, and we go like that until I reach a stage that maybe I want to come in, because I wanted at least a house that I'm going to be comfortable in. I'm a mother and a grandmother. So I wanted a house that when my children come, I know they are gone, but when they come, they'll have space. And the children will also have space. In Kenya, we live in rural areas. So most of the time, the kids will come back. They've gone to towns or cities to work, but they will always come back home. So I had this piece of land, lucky enough, and the only thing was to build a house. So what I did, I called the fundi. Is the one who gave me this plan. He gave me this plan and I liked it. So we decided to start. We started with the foundation and there was no problem. It started so well. Then we went to the wallings. There was no problem. It went so well. Then I got stuck. Then when I came back, we decided now to do the roofing. So what happened? The timber, I can remember the timber came from Washington, Gishu or Eldoret, because there was a resort club being built around here. So the person was passing by and seeing the house being built, and he came to ask us if he can bring us timber for the roofing. We agreed with him, and the quotation was made for him, and he brought the timber. So the fundi did the quotation. Each and every stage, he will do a quotation. He did the quotation for everything, that each step that I was taking, he could do a quotation. I'll buy the materials and then pay his labor. So when it got to the roof, the timber came. And McHugh, he was the one who did the quotation and gave that person that quotation, the number of timber that he wanted. So when the roofing started, the timber was less. He didn't tell me anything. He sorted that out himself. Okay? Then we went to the iron sheet. When we did the iron sheet, he did the quotation. He gave me the quotation. Then I went and bought the iron sheets. Then when they started doing the iron sheets, it was less. So, like halfway, and I asked him what happened, and he didn't answer me. So the only thing I had to do is go back to my pocket, which was not easy, because when I'm given the quotation, what I do, I go look for this money. Then I just do that part. So this was a part that was so much hectic because I couldn't leave the timber. It was a sunny time. The sun was shining, and I was told you can't leave the house without covering it. The timber will dry. So lucky enough, my daughter came in and helped me, and we did the roofing together. So after the roofing, we went now to do the plastering. So he did the quotation for the plastering. After that, I went to buy the cement, the sand. But when the cement came, the person who brought the cement asked me something like, "Ma'am, are you going to do half of the house? Are you cementing half of the house?" And I said, "No, I'm cementing the whole house plus outside and even the flooring. There's a way that it's being cemented. I don't know how it's being called." That is how we agreed with the fundi. And he told me, "Prepare to add some more cement." Then I asked the fundi, "Is this cement going to be enough?" And he said it's going to be enough. So I said, okay. But I prepared myself because now I knew what was going to come. So before it ended, the cement was not enough. In fact, halfway. It was like I brought in the cement that was brought. So I was prepared. I brought in the cement again. So we did the plastering. And then we decided now to go to the windows. The shutters were done by somebody else. It's a welder. I'll go to that later on. And when the shutters were done, I didn't have a problem with the welder, apart from a few things that I didn't like the way they were done, but those ones he said he will repair, he will do them when I have power inside the house. So the fundi came and measured the windows. So when he measured the windows, we were going to do the windows and then do the front door and the back door. So we went to Kisumu together with him. He took me where we are going to buy the windows, the glasses, that is, not the windows, the glasses. So he was the one who was there talking to them. I was just told, pay this, and I paid. So we came back, the work started. He told me it was going to take 3 days. After 2 days, they were gone. I called him, the glasses are not enough. Said, why? Some of the windows were like only having 4. There's a window which only had 4 glasses put, but the whole window was empty. And was like, I thought you measured these things. And he just kept quiet, and then he told me, now what we are going to do, because I was also paying him his labor. He told me, pay the rest of the labor, because I'd given him part of the labor. So I was remaining with some money that I was going to pay him when he has finished the work. So he told me to give him that money, and he will go and bring in the glasses, and now that is going to be on his part, that he will do the rest. Then I gave him the money. That was in November last year. So I decided, okay, let me go visit my kids outside. I went to Mombasa to visit my daughter. So while I was in Mombasa, I could always ask him, have you done the windows? No, he'll always give me stories and stories and stories. Came December, January, February, just stories. Then I decided, no, I'm going back home. And that's the time I decided to come inside this house and do my things when I'm inside the house. So I told him I'm already inside the house, and he came. And he told me it was a Saturday, and he told me by Tuesday, I'm going to be there. I'll fix the glass. Then he went. I never saw him until today. I've never seen him. So what I did in between, because I was inside the house, I decided now to look for some money and do that work on my own. Not that on my own. I called someone else, and he was one of the people who was working with him. And I asked him what happened, and he just said, I don't know what happened, but you just have to fix the glass because you are inside the house. So I told him to measure the glasses for me. He did that, and it was like nearly half of the glass was not there. Because I can remember when we went to buy the first bunch, we did 156. Then the other one that he measured, it was 101. So what happened is, now I was going to buy these glasses now on my own. I decided to go to another shop. I didn't know anything, but I knew the type of glass. So when I saw that glass, I just said it's this. And the owner told me that if you've done some of the glasses, what you do, you come with a sample so that we can see the millimeters. I didn't know that there was millimeters the glasses were being measured with millimeters. So I came back. I didn't buy them that time. I came back. The next day I went back with the samples, and I could see the samples. They were not like the same. There was another one which was 4 millimeters, and then there was 5, and there was 6. So when I went to this shop, and he told me, wow, you have all this in your windows. And I said, like, the 6 millimeters were not used because there were like 5 of them. They were big ones, and there were 5 of them. So I saw them there, and I was told that they cannot fit. They cannot fit the shutters. So I was given a quotation there, and to my amazement is, the money I paid when we went with him, when we bought 156, I paid around 46,000. 46,000. That was including the party and the other things that they use. Now, when I was buying 101, I used 16,000 plus the party and other things was 18,500. And I was asking what really happened. So somebody explained to me what happens when you go to buy these things. They will mix them. They will take the higher millimeter, the middle one, and the lower one. So what happened is, you are going to pay the whole bunch with the higher millimeter. So it's like I was charged with the 6 millimeters. So that's what happened. And it wasn't easy for me, but I said, okay, I was duped. Let me continue. So I'm here. I've not seen him. He's a good friend of mine. I don't know how to contact him because I'm not even afraid that other things are just going to be the same. So I've decided to move on. From there, I've decided to move on. I'll be doing each and every part, look for a fundi who knows how to do it, and I continue doing it. As much as he had a very good plan of this house, but there's nothing now I can do. So be very careful when you are looking for these fundis. There are so many houses you've seen in Kenya falling down. It's not because of the owner. The owner is like, you don't know nothing. It's the fundi who's directing you. It's the fundi who's telling you, do this, buy this, do that. So you don't know anything unless you know how to build a house, well and good. But if you don't know, you are to be told to do this. The fundi will tell you what to do. The fundi will tell you what to go and buy. So most of the time, most people are being duped, and they will buy things, or things will not be enough. You'll be given a quotation, and later on, you're being told it's not enough. Or sometimes you'll be given a quotation and it will be more and you will remain with those things there because you can't take them back to the shop.